On July 9th at Chicago City Hall, and by invitation, I spoke with members of the press about the importance of the Chicago-Cook County Domestic Violence Against Women Task Force. During that interview, I shared publicly that I was raped during college, that I've been assaulted by people with whom I had no intimate relationship with, and that I have been harassed in professional settings by men who should know better. In just a few days, I will turn 50 years old. For the first time in my life, that day at that press conference, I truly felt seen and heard by a survivor-led group of women. Their work gives me hope that future victims won't have to wait decades for systems to recognize their trauma, protect them, and pursue justice with equity and dignity. That is why what happened to me on June 20th during Calumet City Council's executive session is so important. Abuse is about power, not control. It isn't always physical. It can be intimidation. It can be threats. It can be the abuse of authority. It can be using systems to silence or discredit the person who speaks up. As I have listened to survivors over the past year, I learned there is a name for a pattern many of them describe: DARVO, deny, attack, and reverse victim and offender. In my opinion, after what I experienced, that pattern resonates with me. I felt threatened. I first texted my husband while the aggression was happening. As I left City Hall, I called him because I was afraid. Weeks later, I found myself portrayed as the aggressor, while the person whose conduct frightened me became the complainant. During executive session, members of the council were asking questions about layoffs and why the mayor's son was not among those reportedly laid off. Chief of Police and Alderman Ramonde Williams became visibly angry. He struck the table and questioned why we continue asking about the mayor's family. I responded that there were also questions regarding his son's employment, including concerns that had been raised about whether union employees with greater seniority had been laid off while his son remained employed. Before I could finish my statement, he struck the table again, stood up, and lunged toward me. I immediately stood up and asked, "What you gonna do, hit me?" He responded by saying, "I know who your family is. Call your family to come talk to me." That bewildered me, but I took that seriously. I do not drive. I called my husband to come get me because I was upset and afraid. My husband asked me what was happening, and I told him verbatim what Chief of Police Alderman Ramonde Williams said, including the request to call my family. The women on my council would not let me stand outside alone while I waited.